Have you ever stopped to wonder if the way you show love to your dog might be doing more harm than good? I know that might sound surprising, even a little uncomfortable to hear. But the truth is, so many caring dog owners, good people with big hearts, are unknowingly putting their best friends at risk every single day. We do it out of habit, out of love, out of wanting to treat our dogs like part of the family. And yet sometimes, that love backfires in ways we'd never expect. Think about this for a moment. Have you ever given your dog a little piece of your dinner under the table, just to see that happy wagging tail? Or maybe you sprayed on your favorite perfume before leaning down to cuddle your pup. Small things, done with good intentions. But what if I told you they could be making your dog uncomfortable, even sick, without you realizing it? You see, dogs don't think like we do, and they certainly don't sense the world the way we do. Their noses, their stomachs, their daily needs, none of it works quite like ours. Yet we tend to forget that in the rush of everyday life. That's why today, I want to help you spot the little habits that could quietly harm your four-legged friend. Stay with me to the very end, because I promise, some of these may surprise you, some may feel obvious, and a few might just make you shake your head and think, how did I never know this before? But knowing is the first step to doing better. So, let's take a gentle, honest look together. Starting right now, let's begin with the first small mistake. Something so common, yet so easily overlooked. Have you ever noticed how a strong smell lingers in a room long after you've left? Now imagine that same smell, but multiplied by thousands. That's your dog's world. A dog's nose can pick up scents 10,000 times stronger than ours. When we spray on perfume or light-scented candles, we might think it's pleasant or classy, but for your dog, it can be like sitting in a cloud of choking fumes. Instead of bringing that cloud too close, try to keep strong smells away from their beds and fur. They'll breathe easier, and trust me, they'll thank you in their own quiet way. Now, while we're talking about things that seem harmless, let's move to the second habit, sharing our food. We love to spoil our dogs with little treats from our plate. After all, how can you say no to those eyes begging under the dinner table? But here's the truth. Your dog's body simply isn't built to handle the spices, salt, and fats that we humans crave. Sure, plain boiled chicken or a piece of carrot can be fine in moderation, but a greasy burger or leftover pizza crust? That can lead to stomach upsets or worse. So instead of tossing scraps, try giving them safe, simple snacks made just for dogs. A tiny change, but one that keeps their belly happy and healthy. Next, let's talk about routines, something many of us forget when life gets busy. Dogs thrive on patterns. Just like we feel more settled with a daily schedule, dogs rely on routine to feel secure. Maybe you feed your dog at the same time every day or take them for a walk every morning. If you suddenly skip that routine, they can get anxious, even confused. Remember Pavlov's dogs? They'd drool at the sound of a bell because they knew what came next. Your dog is no different. So rather than feeding whenever or walking them only when you have a moment, try sticking to a simple plan. A steady routine is a small promise that says, I'm here for you. Speaking of habits we think are harmless, how often do you reach out and pat your dog on the head? It feels friendly to us, like giving a gentle tap to say, good boy. But for dogs, especially when it comes out of nowhere, a pat on the top of the head can feel startling or even disrespectful. Imagine someone reaching over and tapping you on the head without warning. Odd, right? But here's the twist. Many dogs do enjoy being petted, especially under the chin or behind the ears, and especially by someone they trust. So instead of patting down hard on the head, switch to a calm, gentle scratch where they actually like it. It's a small shift that says, I see you, I respect you. Finally, there's a mistake that seems invisible until it's too late. Forgetting about flea, tick, and worm treatments. These tiny pests don't care how clean your house is or how fancy your backyard looks. Left unchecked, they can make your dog miserable or even seriously ill. Some folks think they can skip these treatments in the colder months, But many parasites stick around all year, hiding where we least expect. The good news? A quick chat with your vet and a simple routine treatment can keep those nasty bugs away. Instead of waiting for a scratch or a sudden fever, take the small step to protect them ahead of time. Prevention really is kinder than cure. And there we have it, the first 5 small but powerful ways to keep your dog healthier and happier. But don't stop here. The next few mistakes might surprise you even more. Some of them are so common that even the most loving dog owners forget. So stay with me. Let's keep going and learn what else we can do better. Let's keep going because the next mistakes are just as easy to overlook, and they can hurt your dog in ways you might never expect. Some of these may sound like common sense, but it's often the simple things that slip through the cracks. First, picture this. You're running errands. It's just a quick stop, so you leave your dog in the car. You crack the windows. Maybe you think it'll be fine for 5 minutes. But inside a parked car, the temperature can rise faster than you'd believe, sometimes by 20 degrees in just 10 minutes. Unlike us, dogs don't sweat the way we do. They can't cool themselves down as easily. So, what starts as a quick errand can turn into a life-threatening trap. Instead of leaving them behind, bring them inside if you can, or plan your stops so your best friend stays safe and cool right beside you. Next up is something people don't talk about enough: your dog's teeth. We take time to brush our own teeth every day, but how often do we think about our dogs' mouths? Many dog owners think a chewing stick or a bone is enough, but the truth is, bacteria build up just like it does for us. That buildup can lead to painful infections, bad breath, and health problems that spread far beyond the mouth. The good news? Brushing doesn't have to be a fight. With a little patience, a dog-friendly toothbrush, and maybe even a tasty toothpaste, you can make it part of their routine, just like your own. Instead of waiting for an expensive vet bill, a few minutes of care now keeps their smiles healthy for years to come. Now, let's talk about something that sounds so innocent: taking your sweet little puppy to the dog park. On the surface, it seems like the perfect place to play and make new friends. But here's what many people don't realize. Dog parks can be full of hidden risks for young pups who haven't had all their shots. Other dogs might carry diseases or parasites that your puppy's tiny body just can't fight off yet. And sometimes, bigger dogs don't know their own strength. One rough tumble can hurt a little pup more than we expect. So instead of the big park right away, find a safe, controlled space, a puppy play group, a trusted neighbor's yard, or a training class where the environment is clean and the dogs are vaccinated. This way, your puppy learns to socialize, but stays protected at the same time. Another habit that can do more harm than good is using physical punishment. Many people think a quick smack or swat will teach a lesson, but for dogs, it doesn't work that way. Research shows that hitting or physically punishing your dog doesn't stop bad behavior. It just teaches your dog to fear you. And fear is no way to build trust. Think about it. Would you rather your dog obey out of love and respect or out of fear? Instead of punishment, try positive reinforcement. Praise them, reward the good moments, and guide them gently. A dog that trusts you is a dog that listens. And that brings us to our 10th point, something many of us do without realizing the damage it causes: yelling. Maybe your dog chewed up a shoe or dug a hole in the yard and you lose your temper. It's human nature to raise our voices when we're frustrated. But yelling doesn't teach your dog what they did wrong. It only makes them scared and confused. They hear anger, but they don't understand the lesson. Instead, use a calm, firm voice. Show them what you expect, redirect their energy, and when they get it right, celebrate that moment. Dogs crave praise more than punishment. A kind word goes much further than a loud one. So as you can see, each of these 5 habits, though small, adds up to a big difference in your dog's life. You've already come this far, so stay with me. because we're not done yet. In the final part, we'll look at the last 4 mistakes many loving owners make, and you'll learn how to keep your best friend safer and happier for years to come. You've made it this far, which already shows how much you care about giving your dog the best life possible. Let's wrap up with the final 4 mistakes. These are the quiet ones that often slip under the radar, yet they matter just as much. First, let's talk about something many people don't even think about: breed-specific health issues. Not every dog is the same. A Doberman's heart doesn't beat like a poodle's, and a Labrador's joints don't age the way a Chihuahua's do. Some breeds are more likely to face certain health risks: heart conditions, hip problems, skin troubles, you name it. The best thing you can do is learn what makes your dog's breed unique. Talk to your vet about the common red flags. Instead of waiting for a hidden problem to become a crisis, stay a step ahead. A simple checkup or a change in diet could mean years more by your side. Next comes a mistake that many owners make without even realizing it: not giving your dog the chance to socialize enough. A dog that rarely meets other dogs or people can grow anxious, jumpy, or even aggressive when faced with something new. Imagine if you never left your house for weeks. How tense would you feel around strangers? Dogs are the same. They need safe chances to sniff, play, and learn how to handle surprises. But remember, safe socializing doesn't always mean crowded dog parks. Sometimes it's a calm walk with a neighbor's dog or a small group at a trusted daycare. Little by little, your dog builds confidence and calmness that lasts a lifetime. Now, let's look at the feeding bowl. It's easy to fill it up and think he'll stop eating when he's full. But dogs often act like they're starving, even when they're not. They don't always know when enough is enough. Overfeeding can quietly lead to obesity, which then brings aching joints, diabetes, and heart problems. It's heartbreaking to see a dog slow down simply because they've been loved with too much food. Instead of giving in to those pleading eyes every time, talk to your vet about the right amount, the right treats, and stick to a plan. Sometimes, saying no to extra bites is the kindest thing you can do. And finally, there's the topic that sparks debate in every dog owner group: putting a dog on a vegan diet. While some people choose plant-based eating for themselves, dogs have different needs. Yes, a carefully planned vegetarian diet might work for some dogs, but only with the right balance of protein, vitamins, and careful monitoring. The truth is, dogs need animal protein to build and keep muscle. Without it, their bodies may break down their own muscle tissue just to survive. So if you're thinking about this path, always talk to a vet first. Instead of risking your dog's health with good intentions alone, get solid advice and make sure they get everything their body truly needs. So there you have it: 4 more ways to love your dog better by avoiding simple, hidden mistakes. When you add these lessons to everything else we've talked about today, you have the power to make your dog's life not just longer, but happier too. And before you click away, I want to leave you with this: our dogs can't speak for themselves, but they trust us to make choices for them every single day. Sometimes that means changing old habits, asking more questions, and doing what's right, even when it's not the easiest thing. If this video opened your eyes to even one thing you can do differently, I hope you'll pass it on. Share it with a friend, a neighbor, or anyone you know who loves their dog as much as you do. Leave a comment below and tell us, which of these mistakes surprised you the most? Which one have you seen other owners make all the time? Let's help each other do better. And if you'd like more simple, honest tips to care for your best friend, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because every dog deserves the best, and so do you. So as we reach the end of this talk together, I hope you're feeling not worried, but wiser. It's never about pointing fingers or feeling guilty. Every loving dog owner has made 1 or 2 of these mistakes at some point. What matters is what we do next. Each small step you take today, whether it's brushing those teeth more often, skipping that table scrap, or setting a regular walk time, becomes one more way you say, "I love you," in a language your dog truly understands. If you've been nodding along or maybe shaking your head thinking, "I didn't know that," You're not alone. Dogs don't ask for much. A little patience, a little care, and our time. That's all they need to stay by our side for as long as life allows. So take what you've learned today and share it. Maybe forward this to someone who just brought home a puppy, or talk about it at the dog park next time. And if you'd like to keep learning together, we'd love for you to join this little corner of the internet where we believe every dog's tail deserves to wag a bit longer. Thank you for listening, thank you for caring, and thank you for loving your dog the way they love you, completely, every single day.